Good morning, girls. Continue with the next sum for the double column cash book. Commenced business with cash. So we are starting the business with the cash. So cash is coming. So we'll write in the debit side. Since it is a cash, we'll write in the cash column. Then opened bank account. Now opened bank account means already in the previous sums we said has it is a contra entry because it comes on the both the side of the account. So we have to write the contra on the both the side of the account. Purchased goods for cash. When you buy the goods, cash is going. So we will write here in the credit side cash column. Then purchased office machine for cash. Now machinery also we are buying for cash. Cash is going. We will write in the credit side. Then sold goods on credit and received a check. Means we are selling and we got the check. But the check is still here. Now when we receive any check here, we will write in the debit side. We should write in the bank column this amount. But whereas here you see on the 20th here, they have deposited the same check. So on 15th the check has come. So from 15th the check is here in the work in the office itself, in the cash counter. So here this check, instead of writing in the bank column, we will write in the cash column because the check has not gone to bank. Now on 18th year cash sales, we are selling the goods for cash. So cash is coming, debit side cash column. Now here on 20th we deposited the check in the bank. So this deposited into the bank, this becomes as a contra deposited into the bank. So both the side of the account. Cartage paid by check. So check is going. So credit side bank column. Cash withdrawn for personal use, we call as a drawings for the personal use. Since it is taken the cash column, credit side drawings. Rent paid by check. So we are paying the rent, credit side, bank column we have to write. Now here we will see how to post this into the double column cash book. So same columns of the previous sum. You have date particulars LF, cash column, bank column. Date particulars LF, cash column and the bank column. So this is your debit side of the account. This will be your credit side of the account. The first transaction, date we entered in the date column. To capital. Since cash is coming, we write here in the cash column. The next day, it is a opened bank account. It's the same like opened bank account or deposited into the bank. It happens same, right? So when you open the bank account here, what happens? Cash is going. Bank will be the receiver. So we'll write the journal entry as bank account debtor to cash account. So to cash means we'll write in the debit side. By bank means we will write in the credit side. See here. So to cash account. So we entered as a C as a contra. So to cash means amount we should write in the bank column. If you write as by bank, amount we will write in the cash column. Okay. The next date here, purchased goods for cash is given. So by purchases, cash column we entered. Then we bought the machinery. Again, cash is going. By machinery account, cash column we entered the amount. Then sold goods on credit here, but we have received the check. So here we wrote as in the debit side to sales account. Even the check is coming, instead of writing in the bank column, entered in the cash column because the check is here itself. So they said as after 20th date it is given as the check has deposited. Suppose on 20th there is no any entry, so directly this 7,000 we can write here in the bank column. Since they have given after few days here the check has gone into the bank, so we assume that on 15th the check is with us itself. That's why we are writing in the cash column and not in the bank column. Hope you are clear with this. Okay. Then next we have here sales is given, cash sales are there. So cash sales means selling the goods for cash. Cash is coming, debit side. Then Rohan check deposited into the bank. Now you deposited into the bank here, it is a contra. Same journal entry, bank account debtor to cash account. To cash, debit side, by bank will be the credit side. To cash means amount we will write in the bank column. By bank we will write amount in the cash column. Now see here on 20th date here. So to cash account, cash amount we will write in the bank column. When we write as by bank, amount we will write in the cash column. Okay, and we mention as a C to know that it is a contra entry. Why we have entered on the both the side. Paid cartage by check is given. By cartage here in the bank column we have entered because it is a check. Cash withdrawn for personal use. So personal use we call as a drawings here. So by drawings here, since it's a cash is going, cash column. Rent paid by check. So rent is through the check we are paying means through the bank, right here in the bank column. So whatever the cash goes will be the credit side, cash comes will be the debit side, and check receiving will be the debit side, check is issuing will be in the credit side. Since we have cash column, bank column, both two ledger account we are clubbing and we are writing. So before we have entered cash account separately, bank account separately we did, but whereas here we club both the accounts. That's why now cash coming, debit side of the cash, check is coming, debit side of the bank. The same way now for the credit side also rule. Now once we completed all the posting here, now we need to find out what is the balance remaining. So we have 4 columns we have for the amount here. Add separately. Cash you have to compare, bank we have to compare with the bank. So let's add now all the amount and let's see that what is the remaining balance we have. So after adding here, now you see here cash column. So debit side we got the total of 65,000. Cash credit side we got 54,000. You subtract remaining balance we have here. The same way for the bank, debit side is a total 37,000. Bank credit side we have the total of 1,500. You subtract, you get the remaining balance. Now the same rule, the total. Now total always the highest amount we should write. Now which is the highest amount for the cash here? It's a 65,000. For the bank, highest amount is 37,000. Now see here the total column we have here. So in the total column, for the cash column, write as a 65,000. Even here also we entered as a 65,000. For the bank, highest amount is 37,000. Here also we entered as 37,000 because it is a total column. Now balance carried down. What is the remaining amount? What are the remaining amount we got here? That amount should become as a balance carried down in the credit side. By balance carried down here, from if you subtract, you get here 11,000 and 35,500. The same carried down, here we enter as 2 balance brought down, 11,000 and 35,500. So this is the remaining amount which we have entered here as the answer. So this is how we have to balance it, how we did in the yesterday also. So always compare cash with the cash, bank with the bank. So don't compare these two here and these two. So we have to compare debit with the credit and debit with the credit, we have to compare it.